Hello, Catherine, with a tryout. Yay, I got an old Wi Fi thing and going to try it out because I miss making crafts when with you. So I am actually making tote bags. Um, I will show you a little bit of this and that. Good morning. Yes, and have a look at this. It's actually what I have been creating. Um, this is the back. This is all my scraps on the front. I also have I do a little bit of everything. Um, Thank you, thank you so much. Um, as you can see, what I'm actually making is um, blocks for my scrappy quilt thing. And where did I got it? What I'm actually doing is I'm quilting it as I go. As you can see, I have the padding here, and then I take a ribbon and I simply make them in strings or in rows. Um, when I because that means when I have to put it together, this big quilt, I hope, the only thing I need to be concerned of is I can have that in here when I top stitch this down, because as you can see, it does not much space, and it also make it a little easier that this is going to be a soft quilt for my bed to a sleeping quilt. That means I have a sheet I normally use first and the quilt on top of it, but I like it to be warm and cozy. Um, and that's what I am doing. What are you doing? A little bit of this and that. So I might guess you are also one of these crafty persons that like making a little bit of this and that. I do that too. Um, so I have made these out of stretchy fabric. Actually, I started with this block. Um, what I wanted was actually to have some different. These are made in my world. I call ugly fabric. Ugly fabric is stretchy, very stretchy, but the colors, the print are so beautiful. And I got a lot of it, and I was like, okay, I need to. Oh, you're playing a game. Oh, that, you know what? I like playing games too. Yeah, and you are going to be quilting. Yeah, but Oh, that's great. I hope you have a channel. I can see it. See, then you might help me because then I made this combination. And first, because this fabric has some plain spots to it. So I think why not take these with no bird or less bird in the center? But you know what? Somehow I don't like it. I really don't like it because I don't know. Um I wasn't I don't know. So also because I want them to go together. So I found this with the dragonflies in the blue color instead. And I think they go great together. Um, I don't know about this one because it's like it disappear. It's kind of boring. Um, thank you. Yes. So and also because there are so beautiful colors in this, but it's stretchy. Um, but what I wanted to do is I want to show how I sort of deal with stretchy materials. Um, so, and I got it here. As you can see, it's boing boing this way, and it also go this way. So it's pretty. Oh yeah, there can be a challenge, absolutely. But I'm stubborn. So yes, a four-way. Look at that. I mean that way and that way. And how do you do it? I'll show you. I just need to cut a piece of fabric. I'll leave it here. I want to make this one. Yay. Now you can look at this and I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to move a lot of things so I could make. As you can see, this is the center part, and have a look at this. It's not that much this way, but it's it's also not quite stable. And you know what? I keep knocking everything down. here is because I am. Good morning, Laura. Good morning. And you know what? I got my Wi-Fi working, and I took my old computer because that knows how to speak with the old. Yeah, it's early morning for you. Oh, good morning. But I'll still, Laura, I'll still be on tonight. That's a promise. I'll still come on tonight. So I need to try to avoid this here. And I had to sort of clear my corner. So I'll still be on because I was actually thinking if I could fix it so I could have the computer, the old one, in here. I don't have to sort of, you know, shut down because Chopper is home. And that means I can sit in here and I can craft with you and I can make my crazy blocks. I cannot sew on my tote bags, but you know what? That's okay. I can make these crazy things. Some of them are crazy, and this is a more plain one, as I showed a little bit of this and that. This is very stretchy, and people actually ask me how I deal with it, how I can, make it look so nice and stay not stretched. I want that one to go with this one here. First, I took it because some of the pink has less or no birds, but I think it's it's kind of boring. I don't know. But of course, it gives focus on the colors. But I was thinking, so that's why I found this with the dragonfly on it. Yeah. So, and it hasn't worked on that side either. I don't know, because it can also be pretty tricky to try to draw a square without stretching it. So what I'm actually doing is I'm dotting. I just go down and just dot, dot, dot. Hope, and this one is not working. Try one more, like this. Or you can just very light do it like this. Don't press it down. Just as you can see, the other pen didn't like this fabric. So we'll try again. We'll try it one more time. Here we are. And as you can see, I'm started to organize with penguins. I love penguins. All my leftovers, Christmas wrapping paper. There's a tin can because if I am going to make it nice. So, hello, Kristen. See, this is a little bit of my scraps. And as you can see, I collect all my different scraps in a bucket. Yes. So, and we might not have a Fiona that sort of jump through and back here. Of course, she has other ways she can do it, but you know, yep, it has to be like that. So she decided not to jump. So, but as you can see, the annoying part about this fabric is this. It's the edge like this, and this has been washed um, before cutting. Yeah, yes, I have a really, it's hand cranked singer. Yes, yes, I do. And I love it. I mean, honestly, it's oh, wow, that's beautiful, Kristen. See, and these can go first down in here. I don't know. Yeah, I can still use that one. I'll show you. Then whenever I got a piece that is 2 by 2, I cut them. As you can see, the corners of my tote bag is 2 times 2. Um, and that means I can use them for my snippet rule. Um, so nothing. Your single machine is over 45. You know what? Mine is from 1954. Mine is produced in 1954. Yes. Um, so, and you know what, Laura? I am so happy for singing machines because, especially the old ones, because they're so strong. I mean, they're going on. I checked off 3 goals of 2 diamond painting sets, so I'm glad I started on my gold. Oh, you are started. Oh, I'm happy. Yeah, sometimes you need to. So, and I put them like this. Um, and I might not put it. I don't need electricity. Nope, I do not. And as you can see, I use my ATCs. This is actually my ATC base card. Yeah, I use it for my ribbon when I don't. So, yes. And as you can see, Laura, this is a boof, boof, boof material. And I need to find here. So, I don't want hot pot here. I need to take the glue off. Yes, sometimes you have to do that, Kristen. Otherwise, you can risk you have too many unfinished projects, and sometimes it's you need complete something. Otherwise, you forget how to complete things, and that's not a good idea. So what I have done, as you can see, I have put it on to my fabric here and leave it a little bit to relax. I didn't stretch it. I just placed it without sort of stretching or touching. Then I simply I got some happy birthday paper. It has a smooth surface. It has to be something. Then I put it like this. It has to, and the important thing is it has to have a straight edge. And don't put it like this, or I place it so it lines up with the edge of the fabric, and then I slide it down here. I need my here. I don't have right now so much space, but one day it will come, hopefully. And I'm using a quarter. I learned that a quarter of an inch, and medium. Don't stitch too small and don't stitch too long. So I'll say a middle stitch. Um, yeah, I think you know what I mean. Um, so your husband is a shield to cut. Oh, I would love that. I need to build me one of these. That could be. I mean, I dream of doing that, Laura, because you need sometimes you have. Right now, it's a little crowded. Yeah. So, especially because I have a kitty here, and she don't like the other kitty, so Fiona actually live in here. He had to measure everything and cut the. Oh, poor guy. But oh, that must be lovely to have a husband that can do that. Then, as you stitch, you keep your finger in front and do very slowly. I got these little things here. They are. He already made. Oh, yeah. I have a shelf under here too. So it's because my this one hasn't been open for quite a while, so I keep popping a lot of stuff up, and I need to figure out where to stop there. And hold it down and say one as soon as you can feel 1, 2, up. And I need that one. So, and I thought, Lord, it is so long time I haven't been crafting. I have been missing it. So what I'm actually doing is I'm folding the paper like this, and I simply press it very gently, like I'm cutting it like this. He has all the tool. Oh, he has the tool for it. Okay. And then I hold on to the fabric. As you can see, I can just peel it off very gently and very gently remove the paper, and never do like this because then you'll rip up the stitches. And I got a bag here for the paper, and I'll leave that flat, and I can actually cut it like this, a little, an eighth of an inch or something, so it has a little overlap here, and leave it flat. Twist and place it down like this, and make sure it's touching edge by edge like this. It doesn't matter, you can fix that. Hopefully I didn't cut it properly. And back with the paper here, place it down, hold this, how far down? I think I'm right there, and so here we are. And again, fold it up. If you don't have fingers, you can use I here like this, but again, it has to be flat. And like this. And the best part is you if you use old paper, it is weaker than new strong paper. And easier to rip apart. Here we are. And I think that's too much wet going on there. Just now I'm actually opening it up very gently like this. Both hands flat down. Don't do anything except exactly, Laura. That's what I'm using scrap paper. So you can use up scrap paper. Then I place a pin very carefully, and you cannot iron this. I mean, it will end pretty bad. But if you hold it very gently on its butt, place a needle. Make sure you use a smooth new needle. No, see, can you see what happened? You can't see it, but this needle is a no-go because it lifts up the fabric. Some needles do that, and that means it's no good anymore. And then again, like this, very gently place it down like this, and it's there. Make sure you have a paper that is actually long enough for, yes, here it is, and hold it on place very gently slide it, stitch on. Make sure it's still smooth underneath. You can correct it a little bit. And you trim it before you remove the paper. A little bit here. And again, I got it centered. So, and we have to leave it lying flat, trim it like this, turn around, and hold it very gentle. As I showed you, this is a 4-way stretch. Here it is. And be careful not to have it as a curve, stretch it out, because yeah, I need to, because I got a nasty tear on that one, because it's so important to have a straight line, to as straight as possible, but so it can line up here and down. You got it. Because sometimes you have all this stretchy but beautiful leftovers. You might sew something, or I mean, you have a favorite shirt made in, you might make memorial quilts with a loved one's clothes. And I mean, so for me it is important that you can le- learn how to use it. I mean, because normally I'll say people, this kind of fabric um, sort of request a searcher. Um, it really does. And even there, you have to be very, very ups what you're doing, um, not to stretch the fabric and keep the attention loose, because um, otherwise it will sort of pull it together. And again, as you can see, some of my needles are not good in the tip. Let's see. Oh, that was a good one. Then I simply trim off. And I want to say these are not going to be wasted, because what I'm doing with all these is this. That is actually all the cut off I have. I simply place them on a piece of felt, or this is chamois cloth, and put a tool on top of it and simply stitch them down. And yeah, so nothing is wasted. And the little tiny bit you can't use goes in a pillowcase and make into a comfort pillow, a cushion, or so. Here we are. And what I'm doing this time, I'm not using stretchy material that's for the corners. I use, this is a firm one. You can do it, but corners are sort of in the move. And that means that the best thing you can do to avoid your block sort of behave strange in the corner, that is when you make the center part, use a firm, solid material for the corner. Yeah. Yeah. It really is. It's a piece of felt, and yeah, and tool. I like it, and you can use all your little um, threads and yarn, and a little even you can even place some sequins underneath. Um, so I like that. I mean, and little pieces like that are beautiful because they're so colorful. Um, and you can actually make a round one, or just put it into a wall hanging. And if you want, you can actually make some embroideries and flowers. I'll show you what I'm doing with them afterwards. That's a promise. What I'm actually doing is I have like this. It's cut in that direction. I have a 2 inch this way, and this is also cut in 2 inch. And I found out that's a perfect way to this way, because if it get bigger, it can be a little nasty, so wobbly. It will lift up. So for projects, and you can also make it 1 by 1, or in this case it's 2. It's 2 inch this way, and you can cut it 1 inch. um, as you can see, when I place it at a corner like this, I have this, because when I place it like this, as you can see, it will follow. I don't know if you can actually see it. We can place it so you can, as you can see here, if I turn it like this, you can actually see it's covering the corner and nothing is going to waste. So that's what I'm doing. I'm placing it like this, a little bit over, hold it down, and keep your hands on it like this. And remember, not too small stitches, medium-sized stitches. And another thing, use a jersey needle for it. What I'm then doing, I'm snipping this pin and lift it up like this, hold it like this, press the corner down like this from the back, insert the needle or the pin and twist it and trim. And voila, you have, ta-da, and that you are going to use again here. As you can see, it's a corner. That means you don't waste. That means this has no front or back. Actually, it has, but it's kind of positive, negative, and in this case, for me, it doesn't matter. So to use that technique, you actually use something that you can use both sides of. Or you can use a plain piece, but then they will have to cut all these corners off, and I think that's also a little waste of fabric. I do have my twin boys here to avoid these, but when you're making stuff like that, I mean, it's not easy to use. Um, but if you are straight, you are, and pin it down like this. I actually hope you can see what I'm doing. Because actually I'm not a professional equipment YouTuber. I'm just me, plain old me that just like to do craft and show it to how I do it with my old computer. And oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Well, thank you a little bit of this and that. Yeah, I'm so glad. Thank you. So here we are. As you can see, it's actually easier when you sort of place it down like this. And as you can see, I made a mistake. So No go. No go. It's a no go. And in this case, no seam ripper. No. So I have made a mistake now. As you can see, I didn't push it far up enough to make sure it covered my corner. Use one of these, or if not, you don't have one of these, I have a box cutter. Place it flat down and gently press it upwards, so you do not cut it, but you let the blade follow the top fabric like this, very gently, because in that moment you start to use a seam ripper, you stretch the yeah, that means you will stretch this and you'll make holes into it. And as you can see, now I also show you how to fix it. As you can see, easy and still smooth. Yeah, I am very happy for mine of this to cut off, and that means I got this a little that way out with this, and I forgot to sort of place it on top like this, so I can actually see I covered the corner and turn it around like this. I forgot that. So you can undo a mistake. You call it exacto knife. Okay. In Denmark, it's a scalpel. We call it a scalpel. In Denmark, it's a scalpel knife. And here we go. Here you can see I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it covered. That's good. And pin it there. And we have one more corner. And as you can see, I have to remember to check it's going to be like this. And I hold it up, snap the pin, place it down, secure it. And when I have done that, I keep it upside down like this, hold it down, and I simply secure it by stitching and holding it down. Because you don't want them to sort of start moving or get loose. And you can do that. I'm actually doing a little too close to the edge because normally I have to trim them. If you want to, you need to have them trimmed. To do it a little like this, a little wider in or further in, so you can trim the block, or you can make sure you cut. I have cut these exact how I want them. Um, so that's why I can sort of secure it close to the edge. I can see I need to, that was perfect. I just, you know what, I'll put, never mind, because you know what, that's so little left. Very little. Suddenly I was, you know, when you have, you can actually barely see the thread on it, and I was just, oh yeah, what, it doesn't matter what color I take. I have a lot of, you know, like this. Oops. Yeah, I can take that color. And you know what? A good part of this, when you make scrap quilts and closed seams blocks, nobody actually going to see the thread. So if you have bobbins or strange color thread, use them up. Clean your bobbins. That's what I'm doing, because sometimes you have, see, a small amount, and I'm like, you know what, I'll use them up this way. um so, and remember to remove the pins before you clean cut it. Yeah, so you did. I have tried that a couple of times. This is my Fiskars number 5. um yeah, because I sometimes, hit a pin, so I need to learn how to remove the pins before I sort of trim my block. I don't have these with a roller blade on it, and sometimes I do sort of wish for one, but then I'm sort of, you know, yeah, it's so few things that I sort of, yeah, that it might be easier, sort of, but maybe later in life. And we have a princess coming by. Yes, we have. Ska du förbi, Skat? Yep. Okay. Hi med dig, Skat. Ja. Ska du vara med till syv? Ja. Okej. Oj. Kan du? Åh, jag älskar dig, Skat. So it is beautiful Fiona. As you can see, she's helping Mama. So, yep. That was my old girl, Fiona, 15. She just needed to sort of mark. Sorry for that. And the big reveal. Here it is. Finished product. And here we got it. The block is done. As you can see, it's completely flat. Nothing is bulky when I do like that. Sometimes you can see if it's stretchy, it sort of want to, pop up from the background. And I think that's because I keep it 2 inches, and that way it will stay flat even when you wash it. So sometimes it will fray this. It's some curtain fabric, but here it goes. And we got one of these. And if you ladies will hang on a little bit, I just need to go in the kitchen and pick something up. I will actually show you how I make these with closed seams. I'll make one of these totally, as you can see, with inside seam. There's no raw edges around it. How I sort of fix that, I'll show you, but I just need to pick up some coffee. And thank you for the likes. I hope you will hang on. We can make one like this, prepared, and I also do it in that direction. Otherwise, it will just be an ordinary log cabin. And let's see if we can find something. You know what? I have some very fun fabric here. As you can see, it has, as you can see, a lot of little quotes on it. So why don't we find a little fun piece? And you know what? I actually got something here I can use, because that motif is not complete. As you can see, it's missing the top of her. So you know what? We are going to take that. We are going to take that. And we can actually be a little creative and do like this. So I got 2 centerpieces like this. And this one says, actually very suitable. If fabric were cats, I have reached crazy cat lady status years ago. It says in that little note. So I think we'll use that one first. And I place it like this. And as you can see, it's just look like a skirt. So we can use that for another centerpiece like this. I might miss because of the seam allowance. Am I going to miss some of the sea? Never mind. Never mind that. This was actually a piece of lovely fabric I got from my one of my friends that from church, and we are going together. I think it's very lovely. It's definitely lovely. So I hope you'll hang on to, and I'll make that one. So I'll put it in that. So I'll be right back with some coffee. Here we are. Coffee. So, come again, Scott. Yeah, coffee break. I got my coffee. And crafty Kitty Fiona, yes, yes, she is so lovely. And she's not leaving this room. The problem is she really don't like Luna. So Fiona, as you live here, and I have to sort of baby gate this room, and it is my craft room, bedroom. But according to Fiona, this is the best deal. I mean, mommy is here. She sleeps in here. She can sleep in mommy's bed next to mommy. But that also means that I have to take all Fiona's her scratching pole and all her your lunch for you now. Oh, yeah, but thank you for coming by. A little bit of this and yeah, here in Denmark, it's actually supper time. I think it's 17:35, and your early morning. And I thank you so much for coming by. I will be coming back on um, later tonight, 11 Denmark time. That means I am 7 hours ahead of you. I don't know, 8 maybe because of the summer winter time change clock. Then I am going to show you how I connect these quilt as you go. I mean, how I make this um, with padding between. I'll show that tonight. Um, Always thank you for being here. What I want to do now is to fix that one. So, and I can see you can see it like this. The camera is good. Yes, it is. Let's start up. What do I have? I have some of this. I want that flower. A little bit of this. Oh, thank you. And I hope you'll have a great day at work. I have some chores too later. So as you can see, I cut it in stripes here. And what you also can use, if I can find it, did I have it somewhere? Where did I put it? Nope. Because I want to have a flower next to her. Oh yes, I do have it here. Here it is. And as you can see, I'm also using old book pages, leftovers from some scrabbing. We can clean that edge here. I just have to remember myself not to put it in my. I have a little pouch here, as you can see, I made for my sewing machine. So when I have little scraps, it goes in that little pocket. And now I have put a plastic bag next to it. And breakfast for you. But I don't know, do you say bon appetit? But have a great breakfast. And I love you. So, but I'll keep showing this and how I fix one of these. And then I am going to prepare for dinner. You're still here? Okay, glad. You're having breakfast with me. That is so nice, Laura. Thank you. When I'm done this, I have to go and make supper. Yeah. And here we got Fiona. She's coming. I'm glad. Thank you. Fiona just jumped into her shelf in the closet. I made her a shelf in there. A little cozy place. And I know people says iron, 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 press, press. You know what? And as you can see, I did it on purpose, not put it in the center. I placed it a little bit. Sometimes I leave the bobbin thread running and again place it soft around here, and again I place a pin. I really don't like this pin. Something wrong with the tip. Out it goes. Because if the tip start to sort of lift up the fabric and you can't sort of, here it is, because you also have to consider this is a knitted fabric. If I put a too big pin through it, I'll make a hole, I'll cut the thread and it'll unravel. And you probably have seen these where it start to unravel and you have these lines that go down. Not particularly good. And let's see. Let's see what I can find down here. I just got that one. Look at this. I have a triangle or something here from an old embroidery. I'll clean it up a little bit. So just focus that I have a stretch, a clear line. I have that. I need to puff that side here. And we go like that. The question is, can I do that? Nope. Because again, I have to, it has to go the other way, like that. Because it is important you keep your lines straight like this, and make sure you leave enough fabric just in case you have to go diagonal. Other ways, I also know a trick how to show you how to deal with that, because that happens too for me. Yay. Oh, thank you, Laura. Yes. And I use, I think, I'm not so sure, but it's actually 5 millimeter. I count in metric, so it's half a centimeter. Um, but I use 1/8 of an inch when I, yes. I think a lot of people actually, I'm sitting here, I have people out on the balconies eating supper. When I'm doing this, I like to talk about. I might mention some of my favorite channels. Yay! I'm going to leave that one, but I'll put that here because what I'm actually doing is I'm working clockwise. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise, and you can turn in the middle of it. Or as you can see, you can also just, if you want that to be a square before you go around, you do that. There's no limitation, but just make sure you have straight lines to work with. I have some amazing like this. It has some glitter. I don't know if you can actually see. It has flowers, sparkly flowers on it. I don't know if you can actually see it. Can you see it? I need to. Yeah, you can see it. That's why I. But as you can see, it's. I want the flower, and I just cut. But I don't want it so white, so I simply just cut it like this. It's because I'm preparing fabric for crazy quilt blocks. And I found I had a load of this fabric, and I simply a big piece, and sometimes it's actually easier to work with smaller pieces. You know what? I think I can get the flower here. And again, make sure, because you have a diagonal here, just to make sure you have enough room to go up. So that's why we are placing it here. And again, this is very alive, this fabric. And to make sure it doesn't sort of start doing nasty things. Yeah, I just use, also you can use this type of paper. Use whatever paper scraps you have. As long as one thing I want to say, do not use thick, glossy paper like this kind, because it is simply too strong. And what it actually does is rip your thread upwards, and it make the seam bulky. And it helps you sort of keep it firm, because if you put your hands on it and you sort of move it, it sort of stretch in each direction. As you can see, it's pretty much alive. It's so piece of paper do wonders. And the little scraps, if you like them, put them under, stitch them down on the tool, fold it very gently, and you have to hold back at the fabric. Here it is. You are still with me, Kristen? With both hands, you fold it up like this. Of course, you can press. You can press if you want that, but I think this is, for me, this is easier. And I think if you want to make things like this, I want you to sit down one day and figure it out and try out and see which method or way suits you. Um, and just simply go for it. And sometimes, you have, um, I stitched that too close, too long here. And you simply just cut it a little up here and straight line it like this. Here you are. To go there. I got a piece of a silk ribbon. I think that can go here. And in this case, I'll leave that there because it's easier to trim off when you have it secured down like this. I just need to see what's up and down on this. As you can see, it's a straight line here and it's flat, and go for it. What it also is with my old laptop is that the battery is dead, so that means it requests permanently to be plugged in, and it's so slowly, but you know what, it functions. Yes it does. So, and that's the main thing. So that means I can sit in here being crafty. I have, see, I got a lot of, I know where all my things are. I thought it might be easier to cut a little bit off here. So, but I really like to watch Lizzie Brewer, and this way I am going to end this live stream. I want you all to think about Sonia Steptoe. She's from Australia. She is, for those out there, if I have someone out there watching and still interested in, for example, crazy patchwork and, you know, um, journaling, junk journals, stuff like that, and embellishment. Sonia is a very talented elderly lady from Australia. Um, yeah, and I really enjoy to watch her. I think I'm going to straighten that up a little bit. Some of them I do straight. As you can see, you can use whatever. And you know what? I actually have something amazing just up there because I was so lucky. And you know what? I am a scrap fabric person. Oh, the best gift anyone can actually give me is a big box of cut off scraps. Of course not, but it's salvage. I mean, cut out. I would so much love it. Um, different types, and I'm so lucky. I have a few friends here in Denmark that is thinking about me, and I can get because they are making their own clothes, and that's how I got that. I call it, it's a beautiful fabric, but it's a nasty one to stitch with because it's ugly material because it's stretchy, but it's so beautiful that I can assure you. And the reason is she actually gave it to me because she actually gave up. I can actually see it because she has started to make a dress of the flower one, but gave up because you can't stitch it properly together. But if you're interested, I'll show you how to make something, a blouse. I can make a top or something and show if, but if you don't have a serger but only have a machine like that, and you would really love to have a dress made in stretch fabric, I'll show you how to do that on a single machine or a single stitching, because sometimes these stretch seams also stretch the materials funkily. And do you have a serger? Same can happen with a serger. So I'll show you how to sort of work with it if you're interested. So put a note if you like to see me make a little top, crop top or something, to show you how to actually make a item you can wear of this four-way stretch material. What I actually wanted to show you is I got some shiny green, but I had something I want to show you. I just got as you can see, I got a big bag with all these wonderful leftover scraps. Look at that. I got kitties. I got chicken. I have chicken. Look at that. That's chicken. We need a chicken here. We need a chicken. I got a very long blue one. This is also, oh my god, this is also some stretchy, but that's little doggy. We want that over here. I can use that one. But when they come, they are sort of crumbly, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? I can just iron it. Iron it. See, more little crumbs for my crumb pile. But what I really wanted to see was I got some plain green. Look at this. Look at this. I got panda bears. I got panda bears. You know what? They can be for a centerpiece. I'll make a panda bear. There's, as you can see, some cutout. I can use that for a centerpiece. Yay. Listen, I found it very nice here. And a long dark blue strip. Maybe I want some blue colors. I don't have that. Or look at that shiny pink. And as you can see, it's cut off. But it doesn't matter because I can still use it. But what I wanted to show you is look at these little kitties. Yay! Even that one, I can put one of these in here. I got these magnificent silhouette. See, I got something with hearts on. Yay! I love it. I love it. I can assure you, I sincerely love this. See, that's one of the sandwich. We will take that one. And oh my God, these are goodies. Oh, I got some very good trees onto it. There's a tiny more here, and I got a little there. Oh, it's too long. That's okay with this one. Let's see, with hiding. here more of these magnificent salvage. I think no, I think I'll leave it for now because what I'm actually doing is I'm mm, making some boxes where I sort of roll them up so they don't get. Here you are. Oh yeah, they're cute, and I mean they're so cute. They're really cute panda bears. So I need one for a centerpiece. I really do. And this is the best gift, everybody. I mean, a big bag full of crumbs, as we call them. Let's see. Can we have it here? Nope, because it's actually too short. No, but I want to have chickens right here, right? I want my chicken. But as you can see, I'm missing a big part here. So what do? I put it out of machine like this. And I go, and you know what? Why don't we find out how much do I need? See, it has to go like this. First of all, straight line. This has a little curve to it. We are sort of clearing that up like this. So the question is, do I... Oh yeah, paper scraps are just as wonderful. That's for sure. I love them too. That's for sure. I think it's going to be like that, and if I sort of take that kitty here, would I have enough to go all the way down? Yeah, I think I do. Butterflies, paper clips, paper and clothes. Yeah, and oh, oh, that sounds. I need to see that. So let me see. I'll take the kitty. Let's see what we can do. I know it's, and let's add one here. Let's see what we can do here and open up like this. That means it's upside down. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And you cut it like this here, and that line is straight like this. And I have some tiny bit, because I can make that to a centerpiece somehow. I'll put them over here. I start to have a, or I'll make a crumble with block, something even more crumbly. As you can see, what happened now is I fixed it. Can you see that? I fixed it. So it fit now. The question is now, do I want it this way or do I want like this? But I think I could do it that way. Yeah, I'll do that because that means it's a minimum of loss from the kitties. Let's go for it. Let's see what happened when we did that. Let's work on it. Time for you to get dressed. Yes. It's okay. Thank you for staying on. And yeah, that's wonderful, Laura. But we'll see you later tonight or in the afternoon. Um, yeah, it's about 5 hours again, because I need to shut down here. When I've done this, I need to go out and prepare for supper. So yeah, I think it's supper when it's evening, and look how perfectly it here. Yes, yes, we do. Have a nice day. Here we are. As you can see, it's perfect fit to the edge here. So, and I actually think I want to continue clockwise. I have this one. How about this? That be something. Let me see. I have to go down there, and it will go. No, because that means I have the wrong side. I'll keep that in mind. You know what? I actually believe it could fit here instead. Let's. Oh, you're not going. Okay, thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much. I think it can actually go here. Yes. And as you can see, there is no rule whatsoever on what direction you go. Just make sure you sort of have a straight edge line you can cover. Let's see if I did that properly. I did, because I can still cut it straight. I can cut it straight. So perfect. And that means I don't need that one. So I'll use that one here. And I can see I'll need a firmer one here. Let's see. As you can see, it's really tricky. I just need to hold it down like this. Okay. And again, with soft this type, it's easier to trim it after you have made it. Secured it with another ribbon. I found some nice blue. Let's have a blue strip here. I don't want it that wide, so why don't I just cut something like this and cut it in half like this. What I also find is when you're working with scraps, or it's very, for me, it's therapeutic or mind releasing, because you need to be in the moment when you do this, because you it's not good to let your mind fly its own way, because then you make a lot of mistakes. So you need to be here in the moment. And I think you're getting more and more happy to see all the colors you're building up beautiful, beautiful colors. And you know the way that you mount scrap more or mount scrap box is, sinking, and you're very pleased because you have used them for something beautiful, something useful. um they're not just in a bin bag or you know in a pillowcase. I think I found this one with a little heart on. I can put that here. I think it has a straight one there. It does. Does. Yes. It's perfect. 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 And again, I use medium small stitches, not too big or not too small, but small enough for the thread not to just suddenly unravel itself. Um, Here we are, fold it up like this with both hands, press it down, don't stretch the fabric, just fold it over and put it down. It's okay, it has like a little bulk because that means it's perfect, because otherwise when you wash it, the fabric will stretch it and it will be like wobbly wobbly. um I think I'll need an X. I'll take that one. Let's see. We had this amazing wearable wax block print. It's accessible. As you can see, it's both sides. We'll take that one that way here. You can also, since it's close edge here, you can put it here. Yeah, like this if you want. That's and you can actually, because it doesn't have a fray, you can actually put it on top of it and stitch it down like this so you don't lose the print on it. Let me show you. Let us do that here, but because you do need an overlap, you just need to make sure you have the right overlap, like a seam allowance, and you can actually do that. Let me show you on that one. So because this is a firm edge of this, you can do like this. Just right here, because that means down. Because as you can see, what happened now is I got the print perfectly. So I stitched on top of it, and that's because it's a selvage and has a closed edge here. So that means I top stitched that one because I really like the print and the script on it. So that's how I did that. Then I need a corner. This is going to be a very long stripe. So you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Let's find something else. Do I have? Again, if you have these, you can do the same with that one. But I think I have that one. You know what? I have this gorgeous blue green. Mm, yeah. Yes, you know what? That's the one. That's the one. Even if it probably doesn't cover. I need a, what I need is a bright orange. That's what I need. I need a bright orange. Of course I do. Of course I want a bright orange. And like this, fold it over, press it down. This down. And we have to trim here. Got it here. And that's such a bright color. I think I'm going to save it for some tool. Delaying. And that means we have a corner. Oh, that's great, Kristen. You do that. Yeah. Trim the corner. And as you can see, I work, I could go around different, but instead, I don't want it to look like a log cabin um, square. And when I can see I can actually finish a corner, I'll take them corner to corner. Um, I'll match the fabric. Let's see. We have the kitties. I think the kitties is good here. Let's put the kitties over here because, as you can see, the piece is long enough for that corner. So let's have kitties here. Okay, you can, yeah, yeah, you can understand it. Cat's cat, lady, yeah. So it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's a scrap quilt. It's a stash buster quilt. Actually, it is because actually, um, that's because I have a goal like you, Kristen. I need to sort of out and have all my scraps organized. Yeah, and you know what? When I sort of went and looked, I saw all that gold, and I was like, you know what? What I'm going to do to make myself happy, I'm organizing it on a piece of fabric, right? So that is organizing. Um, so that means instead of it's in a dark box, it's for display, and that means I sort of play with it. Um, that's what I do. See, we got that one. It's fit here, but that also means we need a piece of paper because that's one of the stretchy left over. Here we are. Um, You are done. Well done, Kristen. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Remember to hold your hands on the fabric when you tear the paper off. It's a good idea. Put it in the right bag. I just need. And you know what? Should it happen that there's still a small amount of paper in it, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And we fold it like we did, and just gently push it down, hold it down, and we will need, in this case, I'll need a pin more. Do I have one that is, no, I'll need another one here. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Here we are. And I just need to, I'm so good at, yeah, take it out of the needle. And because it's this, I think I'll finish that one. Let's see what we can do about it. Wasn't it something about I had, a small piece of, do I want, you know what, I have something here, I think, what can it be done? Because it's actually Panda Bear in that one. Let's look now. I think not. Let's see what we can do. I got it here. Look at that. Hey, I think I found a corner. Yeah, but that means I'll need a tiny little. You know what? We got it here. We got exactly what we need here because, as you can see, it's fitting without seam allowance. So what I'm actually doing is I'm taking a very small stripe like this. And that is going to give me the seam allowance. Like this, let me show you. To put here we go and press down and hold around the corner. I think I got the corner there. And this is also some of this tricky stretchy thing, so I'll just to be sure that I don't sort of do something wrong. Have a piece of paper like this to keep it down. Yes. And this. And as you can see, fixed it, and the corner is, yes, and that means I can have one of these. And I sort of like to sort of trim it to excess, so I don't have so much going on the side. I'll of course trim it again, but it's easier to work with if you just trim it down a little bit. And as you can see, we have come that far. I succeeded the corner. So I have that corner and the other corner left. And from a square, I ended up in a very strange surroundings, but I really like that very much. Um, I really do. Also because it's sort of a little in a style with crazy quilt patchwork, but in a real crazy quilt top, you have embroidery and fancy stitches and so like that. I don't have that. I have this one. I do have another machine, electric, but my legs are not very happy after I was sick. I am partly paralyzed in my leg because of my Guillain-Barré disease syndrome. I am diagnosed with it. I got it sadly. So that's why I have very difficult to press the pedal. The searcher I use by using my hand on the pedal. And always I have always been fancier about my old Singer machine. So yeah, it's okay. But if I need to be able to use my electric machine, I need to build a table where I can stand up and do it, because then I can use my foot a little bit by sort of place it on back of my foot and step down like this. I cannot do this movement, but I can go backwards. But that means I need to stand up when I have to do that. So that's why I need to sort of rotate everything and start to build up so it's easy for me to make it functional. And you know what? I got discovered just the perfect for this corner. Yes, it is. It can do that. Oh, yes, it can. And this is so horrible because yeah, let's do like this. Let's have this. Let's see if I can make sure I cover it. I did not. So it doesn't happen. The other thing is sometimes I need to use my tweezer to, because that's also one of these fabrics you really don't want to mess around with too much. Um, that's for sure. So, or you can place a paper on it as I showed you and fold it up. It's, it's a very vintage acetate. It's actually acetate fabric. It's not viscose, but it's called acetate, and it's vintage. Trust me, it's vintage. Um, so because I was lucky to find a big box with vintage materials and fabrics. Um, Here we are, and we do like this. I need to trim it somehow. back here. I just need that one on the other side here. And we don't need that one anymore. And we do need that one to keep because we have that corner. We have that corner. We need to. How about this one? Yeah, why not? Let's cut that. Let's just cut off it. Because I can see because it's a very long time I've used my laptop. Oh, you're doing your laundry. You're done. Oh, um, that's nice. You're still here. Thank you, because it's all early for you. Yeah, I think because this hasn't been on for a very long time, it keeps popping up, and I don't know what it is. I think it's notification on. I have no idea what. And this is on purpose because I didn't. Is it a hole or something? No, it's a thread. I do want a tiny corner piece here, so otherwise I could leave it, but let me play a little bit here. So let's find out what we're doing here. It's a little long video, 2 hours. I'm sorry for that. I hope it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. We just need that one. And trim it down there. And that means I need a little, because I want to show you a little thing here. I have, yes, I have. It was here because look at that. I got that little tiny piece, and you know what? It's perfect. It's perfect. To do like this. Tiny little piece. The kitties. See, covered. Ta-da. Yes, it is perfect. Can you see that? It's perfect for the corner. And that means I need to get rid of that one. And again, I'm securing the edges. I know somebody don't do that. Brave, but I know Rebecca from Dances with Pitbulls, she doesn't do it, but trust me, she's a professional. She knows what she's doing, and she's done that for many, many years. That's for sure. And what you're actually doing is you are developing your own techniques and how you're doing things and how it's feel for you to make these blocks. So, and I mean, this is a very good way to sort of fix all your scraps. And if you have some very beautiful fabric clothes, you can't fit it anymore. You know what? I can only say cut it up, make a quilt, make a wall hanging, make a beautiful cushion out of it. That's for sure. I hit the needle. That means it's dead. As soon you know what? I have made it a habit every time I can actually hear if I hit a needle, one of my pins, I get rid of it. This is actually a very heavy duty, um, and because it's a soft spot, it is for stretching. Um, it's for stretched denim needles. So because yeah, it says stretched denim from Smith, I think it's called. Yeah, I don't even know. I think I threw it out. That box. Did I? No, no, no. I have it here. No, actually, no, no, no. It's I'm using this one. Prim. I think Prim. It's called Jersey Prim. Yeah, Prim. Here, and I have an 80, size 80 in here. Uh, yeah, that's right. I couldn't get the other one, so this is and it's a good idea to use a jersey because you have so many different. So you pick the needle after the week it's fabric and you wash it. This can be washed, but you have to consider don't wash it as cotton because you do have other silk materials. So that means this is actually the weakest material, and that means wash it as a silk wash, very not hard, and use a very mild detergent if you need to. This is going to be a washable quilt, and make sure you are actually making it of pre-washed fabric. Um, so it's already scrimped. Um, what it needs to do, and that's it for the big reveal. And I'll see you later soon. Um, I'll trim it before you see it because it makes it look nicer. And I trim it down in my little pouch here. I'm so happy for that little pouch I made for my when I'm cutting, so I don't cut on the floor and stuff like that. And when it's time to empty it, it goes into a pillowcase, a box pillow that I'm making. Um, because I can top them on top of the toilet and yeah, place them on the floor if it's cold for the kitties to lie on. And should it happen to pee on it, it goes straight in the bin. And it hasn't cost me anything. But here is the final product, what we did today, um, of my scrappy quilting. Yeah, so as you can see, I just got some more scraps organized on a square. So this is how I organize. It takes a little longer, but the result is beautiful. I think that. But I am going to place them like this when I put them together. Because I'm not still mastered this. I would really one day like to make a quilt where it's like this in a row, but for now it's safe and sturdy like this. So I'll say thank you for now, and hope you want to see me. And as you can see, this is my sorting book. I just all that is boxes with scraps. I emptied out, and I'm trying to sort of organize it a little bit. Um, and Fiona still want to live in here, and as you can see, I have several boxes on the table that I sort of, you know, that box and there different types, and it's actually a little box, but it doesn't matter. So any box as long as it's clean, right? So thank you for now, and I'll thank you very much for the likes and for the people who joined me. So I'll say bye for now and thank you. It was so nice to be back crafting on my YouTube. So we'll see you, and remember, God is good and He's always with us. Bye. Love you, girls.